When dealing with significant figures, we want to know 4 things in total. So this is the rule. This is the golden rule. Okay? You want to know what matters and what doesn't matter. What matters are legit digits and everything in between. When I say legit, I mean legit. I mean like the digits 1 through 9, okay? And everything in between. So example, 1, 0, 0, 5, 0, 9, okay? All of these are significant figures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are six sig figs in this because everything matters. Legit digits, everything in between, okay? Moving on. Trailing zeros after a decimal point when a legit number is specified. So for example, you have 1.00, what is this? Okay, 1.0032, okay? Trailing zeros after a decimal. The decimal is specified and there's a legit number over here. Therefore, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this answer has 5 sig figs. Okay, now, let's say we have 4.00, okay? This also counts because even though there aren't any legit digits at the end, there's a decimal and a legit number is specified. Therefore, this answer has 1, 2, 3 sig figs. Okay, done with the example for what matters. Now, what doesn't matter. Leading zeros without a legit number in front of a decimal. So for example, 0.0049. These, they don't matter because there aren't any legit digits in front of the decimal or legit digits after decimal before the zeros. So these zeros you can disregard. You are left with 2 sig figs. Okay? Now, what else? Trailing zeros after a non-decimal number. For example, 42,000, okay? These two are legit numbers, they matter, but the trailing zeros after these, because there is no decimal in here, it doesn't matter. So you are left with 2 sig figs. Sig figs. F-I-G-S, okay? Now, let's move on to adding or subtracting sig figs. Now we're moving on to calculating and then finding how many sig figs should be in the answer you have. When adding or subtracting, focus on the decimal places. So let's say 4.893 plus 3.24. Let me grab my calculator. Okay, 4.893. This is not 3. Okay, this is 3 plus 3.24. You get 8.133. Now, when we look at here, focusing on the decimal places, the lowest value with the lowest decimal place is 3.24. So there's 2 decimal places. Therefore, our answer should have 2 decimal places. Therefore, our answer is 8.13. Okay. Now, if the values have equal decimal places, say 2.0 and minus 3.9, it's easy. You just pick answer with lowest, and in this case both have the same amount, so your answer will end with the same amount of decimal places, which in this case is 1. Therefore, your answer will be, well, it's negative 1.9, but we're going to round it up. So it'll be -2. Okay. When multiplying and dividing, focus on the amount of sig figs. All right, so for example, 4.532 multiplied by 3.497, let's see what we have. 4.532 multiplied by 3.4974, we have 15 point yada yada yada. However, we just want to base on the number of sig figs that are lowest in out of these two, and in this case it's gonna be this one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sig fig here. Therefore, our answer will have 4 sig figs, which 15.85 is going to be the answer. Okay, now let's say we have a more complicated number, 0.00324 divided by 4. Okay, how are we gonna figure out the sig figs in here? Well, the least amount of sig figs out of these two is 4, because there's only one sig fig, so we're gonna base on 1. Our answer will have 1 sig fig. And let me divide this. 0.00324 divided by 4. This is not 4, this is 4. You have 8.1 times 10 to the -4. So you're gonna have 8 as your answer. And that's it.